got a special guest tonight. I'm looking forward to talking to him. Mr. Tim Farmer, I think. But all the things that, every Kentuckian should probably know something that he's done, right?
It was Kentucky Afield, host on TV personality forever.
This is 1934.
Since 1934, okay, yeah.
He turned 39 years old this year.
Well. Okay. Tim's social media stuff, since he's retired from Fish and Wildlife, 29 years, Tim, 30?
Yeah, 29 years I was with Fish and Wildlife.
Yeah. He's on social media. He's on TikTok, just got on TikTok. He's already up to 25,000 followers, 72,000 likes. Now, this guy lives in Franklin County. So just remember that as I read these things off. 14,300 followers on Instagram. YouTube, he's had over 1,500 videos. He's got 137,000 subscribers. Facebook, he's maxed out at 5,000. Personally, Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen's got 238,000 followers. Homemade Jam, which has only been 6 weeks, 2 months.
Yeah, I kind of took that out of the mothballs, and we're kind of we're doing some music stuff.
It's up to 6,800, and Cast Iron Cooking with Tim Farmer's around 35,000. TV show, coast to coast, top to bottom, North Dakota to Texas, Florida to Oregon, Washington. 60 million viewers a week. 60 million.
If I thought about that when I was doing it, I'd get nervous.
Right. And then, so it's total social media followings or views. We think around here if we get 200 views, man, we're rocking in Frankfort.
We're doing good in Frankfort. That's right.
Tim's got just slightly more than that, 175 million views.
He gets more views accidentally than we will on purpose.
And this guy lives in Franklin County.
And has for 34 years.
Right. Got a farm with his wife, Nikki, daughter, Kelly.
Yep. And I don't hardly know anybody in Frankfort, just people I work with.
With your notoriety, I was wondering this yesterday. Why hadn't anybody said, Tim Farmer, be the ambassador for Franklin County and Frankfort? I mean, you're known across the country. You're half of Kentucky with the fishermen and the hunters. That's about 1.5 million, not quite half. They all know who you are. You're living here. Why are you not telling about Frankfort, Franklin County as our spokesperson for the whole darn county? Damn county.
You can say that.
Yeah, I can't because it's a podcast.
It
just amazes the heck out of me how they're not calling, your phone's not ringing off the hook for locals to do stuff.
You know what? We're very private. We live back in the middle of nowhere on a farm, and we've been, like I said, I've had my head down. I mean, you think about the amount of shows that we've done and the prepping for a show, and it's been, I've been low key, I guess you could say, because we don't even get out much. I mean,
talk about the shows, where you have those cooking shows where the people come in. You've told me that they travel a pretty long distance to come in.
The last time,
and they spend the night here, right?
Oh yeah,
it's a tourist draw.
Yeah.
And if it was in a bigger location in Frankfort, it would be a tourism draw, correct?
Yeah. What happens is when we do a show like that, we advertise on our Facebook page. Mm-hmm. Now, we're fortunate. We're almost to the 250,000 mark on our Facebook page. You can't get anybody like a Facebook page anymore.
Yeah,
they just won't do it.
238,000.
They just won't do it, and it's growing.
Right.
Thank goodness.
They'll watch you, but to get them to click,
that's
hard.
A whole different thing.
Right.
It's a whole different thing. So we're fortunate that we have a bunch of folks we talk to there. And in the last show, we always give out a prize to whoever drove the farthest. The first couple of years we did it, it'd be like Paducah and maybe somebody from Metropolis or something like that. So in the last couple of years, we got Tennessee, obviously all those surrounding states, Texas, and I don't even know if our show airs in Texas, but people watch us on YouTube and
right.
Massive numbers of folks there. So we had somebody from Oregon, we had people from, West Virginia, Arkansas.
Did you have somebody from Canada on one of the shows?
Yes, they watch us.
From Canada?
Yeah, they watch us out in the West, like in British Columbia.
Yeah.
And they came all the way out, and I'm like, Yeah, so they get a prize.
And you do these at your house right now, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
Now, we'll occasionally do on the farm with the farmers, but the thing that you're talking about, we've done all around. We're doing one at Blue Licks Battlefield State Park on the 19th.
Mm-hmm.
But, we've done them at the castle. We've done them at different distilleries. And where all have we done those? We've done more. We've kind of been guilty about staying in the Golden Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
But, we did do one in Frankfort and not too long ago. We did our Christmas show in Frankfort, which is down at the Elizabeth, which was a really beautiful place.
Well, Gary Stratton said we need a Tim Farmer Country Kitchen restaurant. So speaking of that.
Do you know how many times we've been asked that?
Right. You're looking for a location. You've had other cities recruit you.
Yes.
And
We're still talking to some folks.
Offer you places because they know their tourism draw. They know the hotel stays you'll get. They know the notoriety as you broadcast the show across the country, across North America, let's say, that would bring to that particular town. You've mentioned the names to me, but I wish we could do, Frankfort's a tourism town, supposedly, and you could be the biggest draw in the town. And the main thing being you'd fill up hotel rooms.
Well, there's kind of a natural progression in life, and I've never made a plan in my life. I never knew, but you kind of see things go in a certain direction. Well, we started the cooking show. Well, next people said, well, you got to measure your stuff, because I've cooked by taste. So then they wanted a cookbook. Like, oh, we got to do a cookbook now. So the next thing now it's been almost 12 years, and they're saying, why in the world don't you have someplace we can come eat? And when people do this by the thousands,
you're onto something.
You may want, and they can try our recipes because we do them on the show,
Right?
And we've got enough recipes for 60,000 menus, and so we're thinking about that. It takes a crazy person to
Frankfort
run
is
a
a good
restaurant.
opportunity.
But so we want the best for Frankfort. You've got more publicity, more notoriety than anybody in town. Maybe even more than the governor. Who knows? Across the country.
I'm not going to get in that fight.
But I'm just thinking of famous people in town. It'd be crazy to not have some kind of food establishment. I'm not going to say what you told me the other day, but unless you want to bring it up, but some kind of food establishment that would be a real tourist draw. I mean, they come in specifically, like they come into Buffalo Trace. They're going to see 500,000 visitors this year.
And why people in Frankfort don't have a big picture vision of, oh, this guy's got hundreds of thousands of people that watch him every week. He's giving away prizes to people that are thousands of miles away from where his show was who traveled there. I don't get it.
It seems like somebody would think, let's call this dude up.
Right.
And let's open
Or
this
one of
restaurant.
these property owners that have not, we've got several people that buy properties all the time, commercial buildings, fix them up, spend a lot of money in it, and go, I can invest a bunch of money in this building, work with this guy, we all get a return, and just make it happen so you don't have to go somewhere else.
Well, we have, I put a little feeler out there a while back, several months ago. Just put something on Facebook. Of course, that reaches a lot of people.
A lot faster than you might think.
Yeah. And right off the bat, we had people call us.
Right.
I mean, cities and towns, and very, very aggressively, kind of
Right.
knowing what we do and understanding what we do. And we're still talking to some folks. But, and here's one of the thoughts that I had. And I won't say everything, but here's something. If we had people that wanted to come watch this show be shot in front of a live audience and say, we're cooking, I don't know, let's say since you do a day, and let's say we're doing a pasta dish or something. So they see us cook it, and then the chef's in the back doing the same thing we're doing. So after we cook it, the viewing audience can have dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So it's dinner and a show. And we're taping a show in front of a live audience. Nice dinner, have a dinner jacket, and have, some of the things that we do are kind of fancy schmancy. Then you could have a Friday night fish fry. Now, I'm not bragging, but I got some pretty good fish recipes. I've been slinging fish
for a while.
in the grease for a long time.
And what if you had some of your newly discovered talent in there
That's what I'm talking
performing
about. That's what I'm
and
talking
people
about.
eating some really good fish?
No ticky-tack bands. I'm talking good talent.
Right.
Right.
And we could potentially bring back that homemade jam show and shoot it like an Austin City Limits type environment in that room while people are having dinner with a live audience in the background and hearing good quality music. So that's, it could be a multitasking building.
So anybody out there looking to help Tim get a space or find some kind of venue, you get
And
the
help-
package for the same
help
price
Frankfort, help Frankfort
and
grow.
help Frankfort.
Well, we'd like to be here, but they better hurry.
They better